Our legend. Hi, Fanteema. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Hey, Barry.
It's so wonderful to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And as I said, we're highlighting your speech today because your performance, in a way, is truly, truly important for everyone who is watching today specifically, and also on demand, because we all need to be aware of our mental health, and it's as important as anything else. So
Yes.
Definitely.
Very few words of encouragement before we let Fanteema shine for the world.
Again, we thank you. We are so excited and humbled to have you here. We support what you do, and we just believe and know that you're going to be a blessing to somebody out here listening today across the nation. So do what you do, and like I said, help somebody today. That's the goal and the plan.
Awesome. Thank you so much. The floor is yours. And we see, look at this.
It's yours.
People who are already super excited. Yes. Here we go. And your life.
All right. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here. So just give you a little bit of background about me. Again, my name is Fanteema Barnes. My company is The Sweet Network, supporting women to empower and enhance themselves. I started my company back in 2013, and ironically, to bring it full circle, I actually started the company after I was let go from a job due to racism. Yeah. So brings me where I am today, still fighting the cause, being a social justice warrior. So this mission is very important to me. My company, we provide therapy, mental health services, mostly online. And I've been doing this for about 5 years, online specifically. When I first started the company, it was mostly doing in-person therapy with people, but I began doing online therapy back in 2015. And like Olga said, the business is growing. I'm really excited. I have an employee now. I might have to hire some more people, maybe even get some social work interns. I'm licensed in New York and New Jersey. I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn, home of Jay-Z, former home of Jay-Z, Marcy Projects. Whoop, whoop. And I've been doing this for a while and I'm really excited. So I just want to give you a quick rundown of what I'll be doing. The other day, I got a video that was sent to me from one of my friends on social media that kind of explains the protests and the riots and the looting that's been happening. The way she explained it made so much sense to me. I said, you know what, I think I need to start by showing that first, because me just speaking will not do it justice. So I'm going to show that video. And then I'll do my own spoken word piece, which I wrote a couple of months ago, which is related to what's going on right now in the world. And then I'll do a meditation that I found online the other day, which is by a Black psychologist. And he tailored it specifically to Black, Indigenous, and people of color to deal with the racial tension and the anxiety that's going on right now. And then after that, I think I'll be doing an interview with Olga and Barry. So I hope you enjoy. So what I want to do now is just share my screen so I can show you this video. And this video is by co-author of the book, I'm Not Dying With You Tonight, Kimberly Jones. So I hope you like it. It's very powerful.
So I've been seeing a lot of things talking of the people making commentary. Interestingly enough, the ones I've noticed that have been making the commentary are wealthy Black people, making the commentary about we should not be rioting, we should not be looting, we should not be tearing up our own communities. And then there's been an argument of the other side of we should be hitting them in the pocket. We should be focusing on the blackout days where we don't spend money. But, you know, I feel like we should do both. And I feel like I support both. And I'll tell you why I support both. I support both because when you have a civil unrest like this, there are three types of people in the streets. There are the protesters, there are the rioters, and there are the looters. The protesters are there because they actually care about what is happening in the community. They want to raise their voices, and they are there strictly to protest. You have the rioters who are angry, who are anarchists, who really just want to fuck shit up, and that's what they're going to do regardless. And then you have the looters. And the looters almost exclusively are just there to do that, to loot. Now, people are like, well, what did you gain? Well, what did you get from looting? I think that as long as we're focusing on the what, we're not focusing on the why. And that's my issue with that. As long as we're focusing on what they're doing, we're not focusing on why they're doing. And some people are like, well, those aren't people who are legitimately angry about what's happening. Those are people who just want to get stuff. Okay, well then, let's go with that. Let's say that's what it is. Let's ask ourselves why in this country in 2020, the financial gap between poor Blacks and the rest of the world is at such a distance that people feel like their only hope and only opportunity to get some of the things that we flaunt and flash in front of them all the time is to walk through a broken glass window and get it. That they are so hopeless that getting that necklace, getting that TV, getting that change, getting that bed, getting that phone, whatever it is that they're going to get, is that in that moment when the riots happen and if they present an opportunity of looting, that's their only opportunity to get it. We need to be questioning that why. Why are people that poor? Why are people that broke? Why are people that food insecure, that clothing insecure, that they feel like their only shot, that they are shooting their shot by walking through a broken glass window to get what they need? And then people want to talk about, well, there's plenty of people who pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and got it on their own. Why can't they do that? Let me explain to you something about economics in America. And I'm so glad that as a child, I got an opportunity to spend time at Push where they taught me this, is that we must never forget that economics was the reason that Black people were brought to this country. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Do you understand that? That's what we came to do. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Now, if I right now decided that I wanted to play Monopoly with you, and for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money, I didn't allow you to have anything on the board, I didn't allow for you to have anything. And then we played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and you earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa, that was Rosewood. Those are places where we built Black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned them to the ground. So that's 450 years. So for 400 rounds of Monopoly, you don't get to play at all. Not only do you not get to play, you have to play on the behalf of the person that you're playing against. You have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then for 50 years, you finally get a little bit and you're allowed to play. And every time that they don't like the way that you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game. They burn your cards. They burn your Monopoly money. And then finally at the release and the onset of that, they allow you to play and they say, okay, now you catch up. Now at this point, the only way you're going to catch up in the game is if the person shares the wealth, correct? But what if every time you share the wealth, then there's psychological warfare against you to say, oh, you're an equal opportunity hire. So if I played 400 rounds of Monopoly with you and I had to play and give you every dime that I made, and then for 50 years, every time that I played, if you didn't like what I did, you got to burn it like they did in Tulsa and like they did in Rosewood, how can you win? How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed. So when they say, why do you burn down the community? Why do you burn down your own neighborhood? It's not ours. We don't own anything. We don't own anything. Trevor Noah said it so beautifully last night. There's a social contract that we all have, that if you steal or if I steal, then the person who is the authority comes in and they fix the situation. But the person who fixes the situation is killing us. So the social contract is broken. And if the social contract is broken, why the fuck do I give a shit about burning the fucking Football Hall of Fame, about burning a fucking Target? You broke the contract when you killed us in the streets and didn't give a fuck. You broke the contract when for 400 years we played your game and built your wealth. You broke the contract when we built our wealth again on our own by our bootstraps in Tulsa and you dropped bombs on us. When we built it in Rosewood and you came in and you slaughtered us. You broke the contract, so fuck your Target. Fuck your Hall of Fame. As far as I'm concerned, they could burn this bitch to the ground. And it still wouldn't be enough. And they are lucky that what Black people are looking for is equality and not revenge.
So that was a lot. Definitely a lot. Very heavy. She said it way better than I could have ever said it myself. And that's why I wanted to show that to you, because it was so powerful. It speaks to definitely how I feel. And I know how a lot of my people feel. And the reason why I wanted to show that first, instead of just jumping in and talking about mental health, is because this is a part of mental health. This is what we're dealing with right now. This is why there's so much unrest in the world right now. And one of the things that I decided to do for myself to try to make myself heal is to tap into my creative side. And that's why I was so happy that Olga and Barry have put this together, because besides being a social worker, you know, I have other things that I'm interested in as well. And spoken word is one of the things that I'm very deeply passionate about. And a lot of people that know me don't really know that about me, because I'm just so focused on being there for other people. And this is so common with Black women, especially. We always put ourselves at the bottom of our to-do list. And so I'm just busy being a mom, being a therapist, being a friend, being a daughter, being a sister, being an aunt, that I don't really get time to tap into my creativity. And because of all of the things that's been going on in the world recently, and we had to be at home for so long because of COVID, it almost forced me to look at some of these other things that I've been letting go. And so what I wanted to do is just share with you one of the pieces that I've written a couple of months ago that started to help me deal with this process and heal a little bit more. So this piece is called Turn Your Pain into Power. There's just so much pain. This is insane. I wish I could just refrain, retreat, not speak, go to sleep, and wake up when this is all done. Go outside without a mask and embrace the sun. Scream into the sky, Corona, injustice, racism, hatred, you have not won. You are done. But I digress. This is such a mess. I'm tasked with helping others get through this, but if I'm being honest, I need help with all of this. I witnessed my brother get the virus, worried that my mother was exposed, held a virtual candlelight vigil for a lost soul too young to be called home and with no answers to why he's gone, counseled multiple people that lost loved ones due to COVID-19, then all of a sudden lost someone near and dear to me. My head is spinning. You know, my best friend, who shares my birthday, said it best. You're numb and you're in shock, and so am I. We're twinning. I was asked to create some COVID-19 and racial tension self-help tools, but how? I feel like such a fool. Imposter syndrome creeping in so strong. How can I help others heal when I'm doing it all wrong? What comes to mind is pain. So much pain. But maybe we could turn our pain into power. Let it blossom like a beautiful flower. Then sprinkle the petals everywhere that someone needs uplifting. Turn our struggles into a wonderful gifting. As I'm doing right now. Being completely vulnerable so you can see how. How to bare your soul. How to grapple with all the pain and chaos that began to unfold. How to channel your energy, thoughts, and emotions into something productive inspiring, insightful, helpful, healing. How to give all this pain a new meaning, a new feeling. It seems like with this lockdown, shut-in, stay-home order, all we have is time. So what can we do to ease our minds? Write a book of poems like I did here. Take on a new hobby. Stand up for a cause. Push through your fear. Start checking things off your to-do list. Create a sense of pride. Begin working with a therapist to address all the things you have that you're feeling inside. Connect with old friends, make new ones, reconnect with loved ones, learn something new. Look out your window and enjoy the view. Or create a new view with your artwork. Create a song or march along in a protest. Learn to dance. Move till your feet hurt. Learn a language. Do virtual dating. Create a business. The possibilities are endless. You don't have to choose. Try one or all of these things. What do you have to lose? Turn your pain into power. Don't let another hour go by feeling sour. The world is yours to devour. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you listening. I have one more thing that I want to show you. Is this meditation by Dr. Damon Silas that I feel is really powerful, that I think is really going to help people start to heal. So when I play it, I just want you to watch me first because he does something called tapping. And so as he starts, I'll do the tapping so you can see where you're supposed to do it. And if you get a chance, I want you to be able to sit in a comfortable place, somewhere quiet if possible. I know you might have kids around or something like that. Maybe they could even join you too. Try to get as comfortable as possible and watch me first do all the tapping movements. And then when you feel ready, you can just close your eyes and join in.
Has been facing and continues to face today, it can feel impossible to relax. It seems impossible to take a break from a broken heart. Our emotions are valid and powerful, but your body may be asking for a break, whether you're having trouble sleeping or you find your heart racing. So this tapping meditation was designed to help the Black, Indigenous, people of color to experience some ease from the anxiety that comes from racial injustices. When we address our anxiety, it's easier to think clearly and connect to our power. Notice where your stress and anxiety show up in your body. It may be your stomach, chest, or head, or maybe even somewhere else. On a scale from 0 to 10, how intense does that anxiety feel? Mark it in the app now. So let's begin by taking a deep, calming, and grounding breath. Starting by tapping on the side of the hand, repeat after me, either in your mind or out loud, whatever is most comfortable for you. Even though life feels overwhelming, I honor how hard this has been and give myself permission to take a break. Even though I feel overwhelmed by emotion, I honor how I feel and give my body permission to take a break. Even though part of me feels like it would be wrong to relax, because of all of this injustice, I'm open to the idea that I can take a moment for self-care. So now we're going to tap while we honor how we feel so we can lower the intensity, starting with the inside of the eyebrow, all this anxiety, side of the eye. I notice how it feels in my body. Under the eye, I notice the weight of this emotion. Under the nose, my community is hurting. We are hurting. Good. On the chin, it's hard to relax. Collarbone, when I'm feeling so many emotions. Underneath the arm, this is a lot to handle. Top of the head, and I feel it in my body. Back to the eyebrow, my body needs a break. Side of the eye, my mind needs a break. Good. Underneath the eye, but it doesn't feel safe to take a break. Underneath the nose, it doesn't feel right to take a break. The chin, when so much is wrong in the world. Collarbone, I honor my resistance. Underneath the arm, I honor my good intentions. Top of the head, and I acknowledge that I need a break. Eyebrow, I can care deeply. Side of the eye, and still begin to relax my body. Underneath the eye, I can be a force for good. Underneath the nose, and take time for myself. The chin, I am taking back control of my life. Collarbone, I'm taking back control of my emotions. Underneath the arm, self-care is my right. Top of the head, I reclaim this time for me. Back to the eyebrow. It's safe to release this anxiety. Side of the eye, right now and right here. Under the eye, I am safe. Under the nose, I don't need to have all of the answers now. Chin, I give my mind permission to take a break. Collarbone, feeling more relaxed with every tap. Under the arm, this is my time. Top of the head, relaxation is my right. Eyebrow, inhaling peace. Side of the eye, exhaling tension. Under the eye, my body knows how to relax. Under the nose, and I simply let it happen. Chin, releasing tension in my body. Collarbone, it's safe to relax. Under the arm, I'm present in this moment. Top of the head, allowing my body to relax more and more. Now take a deep breath in and release it. Notice how you feel, and let's check in again on the intensity of the stress and anxiety you were feeling on a scale of 0 to 10. Go ahead and mark that down on the app now. In those few minutes that we tapped, you began to calm your nervous system. Now, if the intensity is still higher than you'd like, continue to tap along with this tapping meditation, either now or in the future. Feel free to be as specific as possible. The more specific, the better. And remember, any shift towards 0 is moving you in the right direction and should be celebrated. The more you do this process, the more powerful it will be. Until the next time we tap together, this is Dr. Damon Silas saying peace, love, and light.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope that everybody found that as relaxing as I did. I definitely did the entire thing and it felt amazing. I'm going to save it in my YouTube so I can watch it again whenever I need it. Thank you again, Olga and Barry, for having me. I really appreciate it. Can't hear you, Olga.
Now I'm back.
There.
Yes. We can't hear Barry for some reason. You muted yourself, so please unmute. But Fanteema, this was not just incredible. This was so needed. And, you know, the very first video made me cry, made me angry. Mm-hmm. And I think this sadness, anger, and the feeling that you need to do something, the urgency to act. Yeah. This is the most important message, and this is important right now. We cannot sugarcoat things. It's not the time. This time is past due. We need to act, and I'm so honored and grateful for your presentation and for your spoken word and for your kind heart and your honesty and your strength to share it and speak about it. So thank you so much. Can you tell us a bit more about the Sweet Network? What is it? We see the banners to go on the website, but what is it? What is the intention? How to find it? What to expect?
Sure. So it's mental health services. I provide individual and couples therapy. And it started originally when I moved from New York to New Jersey. I was looking for some connection with other women. I left my family back in New York when I moved, so I was kind of feeling alone. And once I got together with a group of women, we started talking about a lot of other things instead of just social things. And I realized we needed a forum where we could connect and heal and grow professionally and personally. And so it was really important for me to try to take that and do something with it and do something with my social work degree instead of just doing the typical thing that I was doing before, which was going into an agency, seeing clients throughout the day, and then going home, rinse, repeat, do the same thing over and over again. So this company really gave me the opportunity to give back in a different way.
Indeed. And, it always, people see a strong person, an inspirational person, and they see, oh, she has always been so strong, and maybe she has an amazing life and everything just falls into your lap. But what makes us strong, what makes us resilient is the struggles we overcome. And, I'm so grateful for you to share this platform. I know I will be reaching out for Undeniable Realness podcast to feature your story and your amazing organization, because it will be helpful for so many. It is so helpful. And, just on a personal note, before we tuned in today, I was shaking. I was writing my mom like, oh my God, I'm so afraid. And then I thought, I prayed and I thought, let's find calmness in our purpose. And it's easy to say, but your performance right now, your speech and the videos and especially the training, I would call it training, the last segment of your performance, it calmed me down and it really brought me back to life. And I'm sure so many can agree with me. You see all those comments coming in. We have people saying, thank you, I will be using this. It's Geraldine Poland. This is Chinetta's mom. And we have all wonderful comments. So people are so inspired by you. We need you. We love you. I cannot wait for you to join more broadcasts and bring the healing to the world that we so need. Now, what is your next step with your organization? Is there anything specific we can look up to or read about?
Yes, definitely. I created an app recently through Wix, and I actually got inspired by the app when I joined your app for the dance program. So thank you for that.
My action, yes.
And so on the app, I actually plan on doing some more spoken word and allowing other people to join and support each other and just share their creativity, their positivity, their hope, share their light with other people. I want it to be a community where people can get together, especially Black and Brown people,
yes,
where we can get together and lift each other up and really support each other, because we need that more than ever. It's been in past, we've been kind of competed with each other for resources and things like that. And now we need to really come together. So this app is one of the ways that I hope to do that. But then also I have a long-term goal where I want to create a kind of like a one-stop shop, a wellness center for women of color, where they could even have childcare, nutritionists, mental health counseling, business coaching. I want people to be able to have something that helps them be more well-rounded individuals. So get all of their needs taken care of in one place.
Absolutely. If Artists for Justice can contribute in any way, we're just getting started. We'd love to partner up and do things because, I'm just so proud and so honored that you're joining us. And I'm happy using the app. So when people are going to the sweetnetwork.com, they can see the app and click and download, right?
Yes, the link for the app will be on the website. It'll also be on my social media pages. So it'll be really easy to access.
Perfect, perfect. And we see comments coming in, super brave and strong woman. Yes, yes, yes. And we need to celebrate each other. You know, we need to bring the shine from within, you know, for each other and with each other, because we're strong together. And I'm so
Definitely.
happy you joined, and I'm really, really, really grateful. And during your performance, we got a donation to Black Girls Code. This
Yay.
organization, and it's a pretty good donation. I think we're going to have a banner coming up in a second. Yes,
Okay.
Nikki. Yes, Nikki, thank you so much for donating.
Yay. Thank you, Nikki. That's
And
one of my coworkers.
yeah, oh, see, and that's what I'm saying. During your performance, and we're so happy because Black Girls Code, that is an organization that is organizing the after-school programs for girls who are living in neighborhoods that cannot afford going to those classes and take those courses. And tech industry is booming, and we need African American representation in it. You know, think about, you know, this is California and the Silicon Valley and all that, but we need representation, not just in arts, but all around. And today's event is to showcase and celebrate African American culture. Let's pop up back with Barry. Hey, Barry, have you watched Fanteema?
What's up, everybody?
Hi.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed you. Your presentation is so needed. I was looking at the responses. You definitely made an impact, and I'm sure you're going to continue to make an impact. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. Well received. Well received.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
Always.
much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for healing us. We really love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much, Fanteema Barnes and the Sweet Network.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
We love you.
Thank you.
Thanks.